Pain gets cheaper when you polish it, turns into something made for show. But the nights that really shaped me were not asking for a glow. I will not dress the hard years golden, will not make the hunger sweet. Some days we're just about surviving, finding breath beneath defeat. There were prayers nobody clapped for, small rooms holding heavy air, people loving with tired spirits, still giving more than they could spare. I do not call the struggle pretty, I do not make the wounds divine. I just speak it slow and honest, because the truth don't need shine. Truth don't need shine, it just needs a voice. A man can tell his story without making pain a choice. Truth don't need shine, it can stand without gold. Some scars are not for showing, they are there because we rose. Old lessons came with rough edges, short words from careful men. Keep your soul away from shortcuts, fast doors charge you again. I did not understand it fully when my pride was still too loud. Now I hear the warning clearly every time I face a crowd. Some people sell their pain for image, some hide it till it turns to stone. I am trying to walk between them, tell the truth and still come home. Not too hard to feel forgiveness, not too soft to lose my spine. I just keep the record honest, because the truth don't need shine. I am not here to make pain beautiful, I am here to say it happened, it cost something, and I still became a man. That is enough. For the ones who came from pressure, from quiet meals and heavy days, may you know your life has meaning without turning hurt to praise. You do not owe the world a costume, you do not need a perfect scar. You can tell them you were wounded without forgetting who you are. Let the bass hold what was buried, let the snare cut through the lie. Let the roads keep something tender where the colder years went by. If my voice sounds low and steady, it is not because I never broke, it is because I kept some mercy in the middle of the smoke. It just needs a voice. A man can tell his story without making pain a choice. Truth don't need shine, it can stand without gold. Some scars are not for showing, they are there because we rose. I will not make pain pretty, I will make the truth. I will make the truth feel heard. Some rules come early, some rules come after the damage. These the ones I learned too late. Rule 1, protect your peace before your pride. A loud wind means nothing if you feel dead inside. Rule 2, do not explain your soul to snakes. Some people hear your pain just to learn where it breaks. Rule 3, keep your circle clean and small. Everybody want the table when they never helped to stand tall. Rule 4, never rush what needs to grow. Fast roads teach hard lessons that the slow ones already know. I paid attention late, but I still paid attention. Life kept writing truth in every quiet intervention. The drums kept walking, the road stayed low. Every scar had a rule I was too young to know. These are rules I learned too late, but they still save what was left of me. Keep your heart out of the hands that only love you conditionally. Oh, rules I learned too late. Now I move with clearer eyes. Not every hand is held not trade your name for shine. Some doors look like blessings till they start charging your spine. Rule 6, let your nose stay firm and calm. A boundary spoken softly can still carry heavy arms. Rule 7, watch who changes when you rise. Some clap with both hands while the envy hides behind the eyes. Rule 8, do not turn cold to look strong. A man can stay protected and still keep his spirit warm. I learned love needs action, not just pretty conversation. Learn quiet consistency's louder than a celebration. Learn money tells a story, but it cannot tell your worth. Learn some people sell their peace just to feel above the earth. These are rules I learned too late, but they still saved what was left of me. Keep your heart out of the hands that only love you conditionally. Rules I learned too late. Now I move with clearer eyes. Not every hand is held, not every smile is on your side. Late does not mean loss. Late can still mean wisdom. Late can still mean mercy. Late can still mean you got back to yourself before the world took everything. Rule 9, forgive but do not forget the lesson. Mercy does not mean you owe another careless second. Rule 10, stay close to what is real. If your soul feels out of place, do not negotiate the deal. Now I walk with fewer voices, but the ones I keep are true. Less noise around my spirit, more room for what I do. I do not need a crowd now, I do not chase the gate. I just live by clearer rules that life taught me late. For the ones still learning through the pressure and mistakes, make your pain become protection, not the thing that makes you break. The rules I learned too late, but they still save what was left of me. Keep your heart out of the hands that only love you conditionally. Rules I learned too late. Now I move with clearer eyes. Not every hand is held, not every smile is on your side. Rules I learned too late. Protect your peace. Keep your circle clean. Stay soft, stay awake. Yeah. I learned to shine, contest a steady heart. Make quiet people question who they are. Some chase a name until they lose their center, then call it winning from afar. I saw respect get traded for attention, so warm hands turn careful with time. So I kept less around me, but kept it honest. A smaller circle, a cleaner mind. I do not fear the climb, I fear forgetting the softer truth that carried me through. If I rise and lose the love inside me, then I only change the view. I'm still clean inside. After all this pressure tried, kept my peace, kept my name. I did not let the hunger change my flame. I'm still clean inside, with the old scars wearing pride. If the world gets loud and wide, I'll keep the truth alive. I used to think that proof was something public, something other people had to see. Now I know the deepest kind of power is who you are when praise leaves quietly. Someone loves the door you open for them, but not the hand that helped them through. Someone call you brother in the morning, then turn cold when the debt comes due. I carry no revenge inside my breathing, just a wiser way to choose. Not every loss becomes a warning, some become the grace you use. Let the noise pass by, let the false lights fade. I was built by quiet lessons, not by what they gave. If I stand alone, let me stand with truth. Better few and faithful than the crowd I cannot trust. I'm still clean inside. After all this pressure tried, kept my peace, kept my name. I did not let the hunger change my flame. I'm still clean inside, with the old scars wearing pride. If the world gets loud and wide, I'll keep the truth alive. Still clean inside, still Yeah. They still count. They still count. Late does not mean lost. Some flowers wait for harder ground. Some hearts need years of weather before their truest voice is found. The world keeps counting early wins, like time belongs to only one. But not every soul wakes up beneath the same morning sun. I spent some seasons moving slowly, some years just trying to stay alive. What looked like falling behind was still a way to survive. Late still counts if the heart comes true. A road can bend for years and still lead back to you. Late still counts. Do not bury your name. The fire that starts in silence can still become a flame. Yeah, there were faces already shining when I was learning how to stand. There were dreams with cleaner timing, while mine kept slipping through my hands. Comparison made the years feel heavier, made every pause feel like defeat. But a life is not a race of shadows, not a clock you have to beat. Some wisdom takes the longer distance, some strength grows under delay. Some people find their deepest purpose after almost walking away. Do not shame the time it took. Some years were not wasted. They were keeping you breathing, and breathing was part of becoming. Now I move with less apology, less fear of being last. The future does not close its door because I misunderstood the past. I can start with older hands, with a heart that knows the cost. There is power in beginning after thinking all was lost. If this reaches someone tired from measuring their place, may you know your life is living at its own honest pace. You are not too late for meaning, not too late to rise clean. Some souls arrive more slowly because they had to grow unseen. Late still counts if the heart comes true. A road can bend for years and still lead back to you. Late still counts. Do not bury your name. The fire that starts in silence can still become a flame. Late still counts. They still counts. You are not behind your soul. They still counts. Life can change around you and still not change what is real inside you. Still the same soul. Still the same soul, just a little more weight. I learned to carry blessings without forgetting what they take. I've seen the lights get brighter, seen the room learn my name, but the quiet in my spirit still remembers where it came. I do not dress my past up, I do not push it away. Some memories still sit with me, like they got something to say. They remind me to move gently, remind me to stay true. A man can reach a better place and still keep his old proof. Still the same soul, through the loss and through the shine. I got more behind my name now, but the truth is still mine. the same soul. I did not let the world control the part of me that stayed alive when life was testing hold. Yeah, some people change their language when the winning comes around, start speaking from a distance like their feet forgot the ground. I never wanted that feeling, never wanted that disguise. I would rather sound familiar to the ones who knew my eyes before the louder moments, before the wider view. There were people pouring love into what I hope to do. So if I rise with memory. If I speak with care. Every voice that helped me stand still breathes inside the prayer. Still the same soul, through the loss and through the shine. I got more behind my name now, but the truth is still mine. Still the same soul. I did not let the world control the part of me that stayed alive when life was testing hold. Growth is not betrayal. Changing your life does not mean leaving your heart behind. The real test is reaching more and still knowing what enough feels like. Now I walk with less proving, more peace in every choice. I can hear the younger me still hiding in my voice. He wanted more for family, wanted room enough to breathe, wanted something he could build without losing what he believes. So I keep my hands open, but my values stay close. I can welcome what is coming without worshiping the most. For the ones who made it farther than the life they used to know, do not let the new air make your old love feel low. Keep the names that raised you, keep the lessons that made you whole. The world may change your weather, but it cannot own your soul. Still the same soul, through the loss and through the shine. I got more behind my name now, but the truth is still mine. Still the same soul. I did not let the world control the part of me that stayed alive when life was testing hold. More like, more like, more like, more like, more lessons. Still the same soul. Yeah. Mama say, Mama say, yeah. Mama said, keep your spirit awake. Not loud, but it stayed in me. Some roads can look like freedom while they quietly take the key. I saw good hearts turn distant, not because they had no love. They just learned to hide the hurting underneath the colder touch. There were nights that tested patience, offers dressed in easy light, fast hands reaching for my hunger, sweet words leaning toward the price. But something old inside me listened, something deeper knew the way. A man can lose himself while winning, so I kept my spirit awake. I kept my spirit awake when the world tried to make me numb. Kept a little truth inside me where the heavy days had come. I kept my spirit awake through the smoke and through the ache. I could have turned my heart to stone, but I chose another way. Old heads spoken short reminders, nothing polished, nothing sweet. Do not let the bright thing blind you. Do not trust a hungry need. Back then I thought they were just talking. Now I hear the years inside. Every warning had a shadow. Every pause was there to guide. Some friends wore pride like armor. Some wore silence like a chain. Some laughed hard to keep from breaking. Some got lost inside the game. I do not judge them from a distance. Life can bend a person strange. That is why I guard my mercy when the cold begins to change. Staying awake is not fear, It is remembering what your soul is worth before the world names a price for it. Yeah. Now I move with calmer vision, less impressed by shining doors. I can want a better future without selling what is yours.
I can carry where I came from,
Not as weight, but as a sign.
Every prayer behind my childhood still keeps watch inside my mind.
If this reaches someone tempted by a road that talks too clean, may you hear the quiet warning before it buys away your dream. Keep your heart from turning hollow, keep your name from moving fate. You can walk through heavy places and still keep your spirit away. I kept my spirit away when the world tried to make me numb.
Kept a little truth inside me
where the heavy days
had come. I kept my spirit away
through the smoke and through the ache.
I could have turned my heart to stone,
but I chose another way.
I could have turned my heart to stone,
but I chose another way. But I chose another way. Yeah. Some love got quiet when the blessing got heavy. Some hands turned cold when my heart stayed steady. I learned who was near for the truth, not the shine. Some people love the moment, but they cannot love the climb. Yeah. I saw praise change shape when the season turned. Saw old smiles fade where the hard truth burned. Not every voice that calls you brother knows how to stand when the pressure comes under. I never needed many, only honest few. The kind that see the wound and still see you. The kind that do not trade your name for gain, or make your peace feel guilty for his pain. Some came close when the door swung wide, then stepped back when I looked inside. That is when I learned what loyalty means. It is quiet when nobody sees. When the blessing got heavy, I saw what was real. Who came for the light? Who came for the field? When the blessing got heavy, I kept my soul near. Lost what was false, but the truth stayed clear. Yeah, I do not blame the ones who could not stay. Some hearts only know the easy way, but I will not shrink to make them comfortable, or lose my calm to make their story whole. The older I get, the less I explain, the more I let time separate the names. A real one does not need a perfect view. They can love to be coming inside of you. I kept my word when the room got thin, kept my grace when the doubt came in. If success is a mirror, let it tell the truth. I would rather stand alone than stand untrue. The blessing was never the test. The people around it were. Yeah. Now I move with care, but not with fear. I keep the faithful ones close and clear. No cold revenge, no bitter speech, just a wiser hand on what I reach. I give thanks for the ones who stayed, not for what I had, but what I gave. The kind of love that does not need a stage, the kind that reads the heart beyond the page. If the road gets brighter, keep me grounded. If the noise gets louder, keep me sounded. Let me rise without changing my tone, and never call a crowded life a home. When the blessing got heavy,
I saw what was real.
Who came for the light?
Who came for the field?
When the blessing got heavy,
I kept my soul near.
Lost what was false,
but the truth stayed
Yeah. Low pockets. High spirit. High spirit. Broke. Not broken. Yeah. Yeah. Broke, not broken. That was how the story started. Less money in the room, but we still had whole hearts in it. I seen empty make people bitter. Seen pressure make people cold. But something in me kept breathing. Like my soul refused to fold. Had a dream with no protection. Had a name with no applause. Had to learn my own reflection without dressing up the flaws. The world looked at what was missing. I looked at what remained. A little faith inside the silence. A little fire inside the pain. I was broke, not broken. Low on change, but rich in soul. Life kept trying to bend me,
but it never took control.
I was broke, not broken. That had no shine, but had my truth. Every hard day tried to close me,
but it opened up my roof.
We did not have much to lean on, but we learned to stand with less. Some love came wrapped in silence. Some hope came under stress. I remember small things clearly, like they still know my name. How the quiet held the family when the world brought heavy rain.
No one taught me how to make it. I just watched the day survive. Watched the strong ones hide their worry just to keep the dream alive.
So I do not mock the struggle,
but I do not call it home. I just thank the part inside me that refused to turn to stone. I was broke, not broken.
Low on change, but rich in soul.
Life kept trying to bend me, but it never took control.
I was broke, not broken. Had no shine, but had my truth.
Every hard day tried to close me, but it opened up my roof.
Broke is a number. Broke
is a number.
Broke
is a number.
Is a number.
Broken
is a surrender.
And I never gave life that much power over me.
Not then,
not now,
not now,
not now.
Yeah, now I walk with calmer hunger, not the kind that eats my peace. I can want a better future without letting pride increase. I can look back at the hard days without wearing them as chains. I can honor what they taught me without needing all the pain.
For the ones still feeling counted by the things they do not own, your value is not missing just because the world don't know. Keep your soul above the pressure. Keep your heart from turning cold. You can come from almost nothing, still carry something gold. I was broke, not broken.
Low on change, but rich in soul.
Life kept trying to bend me, but it never took control. I was broke, not broken.
Had no shine, but had my truth.
Every hard day tried to close me, but it opened up my roof.
Broke. Not broken.
Not broken.
Low pockets.
High spirit.
High spirit.
Still here.
Still whole.
Still whole. Not broken.
Trust can break it. Yeah.
One honest choice at a time.
Yeah. Trust can break inside your own reflection. When you promise change and drift, a man can lose respect in private long before the world sees it. I had to stop making speeches to the mirror after pain. Had to stop calling regret growth. If tomorrow looked the same, the hardest person to return to was not someone from my past. It was the one inside my silence, asking if this time would last.
I kept my word to me, not perfect but sincere, one honest choice at a time.
I brought my spirit near.
I kept my word to me, when nobody had to know. That was how a broken trust found a better way to grow.
Discipline can sound too heavy, till your soul needs something real, till you learn that peace is built by what you practice, not just feel. I did not change in one bright moment, did not wake up fully clean. I just stopped betraying slowly what my better heart had seen. Some days tested over reactions, some days pride still came around, but I learned to pause before the damage. Let the wiser voice come down. Self-trust is quiet. It is not the world believing you. It is the day your own heart stops flinching when you say,
I will do better, better,
yeah.
better.
Now I measure growth in private, not by praise or loud display, by the anger I do not feed, by the truth I do not trade, by the people I treat softer, by the lines I do not cross, by the way I keep my center when the easy win would cost. For the ones rebuilding slowly, trying not to fall back through, may you know each kept promise is a road returning you. You are not healed by one confession, not remade by one clean day, but every time you keep your word, you call your soul back into place. I kept my word to me, not perfect but sincere, one honest choice at a time. I brought my spirit near. I kept my word to me, when nobody had to know. That was how a broken trust found a better way to grow. One honest choice at a time. It came back to me. Yeah. It came back to me, to me. Yeah. Not away from fear. I used to rush the answer out of pain, like every wound should hurry in the truth. But life kept moving with a patient rhythm, teaching me what anger could not prove. I saw fast words break a steady promise, saw pride move quicker than the heart. Now I let the deeper things take longer. Some wisdom needs a slower start. I do not fear the quiet stretch between us. I do not chase the loudest sign. What is meant to shape a stronger spirit never has to beg for time. What time didn't rush, I learned to trust. No, not every hard day
turns the soul to dust.
What time didn't rush,
it made me clear.
I grew through the waiting,
not away from fear.
Yeah. I have known the ache of being ready while the door stayed closed and still. Known the kind of doubt that talks politely, trying to dress itself as will. But I have seen a slow road change a person, not by force, but line by line. Every delay that felt like losing was building something I could not find. So I stopped calling patience weakness, stop treating silence like defeat. A man can stand inside the pressure and still keep grace beneath his feet. Let the restless run, let the loud ones speak. I would rather grow true. then arrive incomplete. Now I move with less need for permission, less hunger for a borrowed crown. If my name is built on honest living, then I do not fear a slower sound. Some people bloom from being noticed, some grow deeper when unseen. I have learned the soul gets stronger when it keeps its center clean. If the years ask what became of me, let them say I did not fold. I took the long way through my lessons and came back wiser, not just old. What time didn't rush.
I learned to trust.
Not every hard day
Turns a soul to dust.
What time didn't rush.
It made me clear.
I grew through the waiting,
Not away from fear.
I grew through the waiting.
Not away from fear.
Yeah. I forgave the man I was. I forgave the man I was. I forgave. I used to carry shame like it was sacred, like every wrong had earned a permanent place. But life kept showing me a softer mirror, one that did not turn away from grace. I made mistakes I could not dress in wisdom, said some words I wish I could remove. But every younger version of my spirit was only reaching for a better truth. So I stopped turning memory into punishment, stopped calling every scar a debt. Some lessons asked for honest understanding, not a lifetime of regret. I forgave the man I was, so the man I am could breathe. I let the old way fall without losing what it taught to me. I forgave the man I was, not because the past was small, but a heart cannot grow wiser if it stays behind the wall. If it stays behind the wall. I know the cost of trying to look certain when the soul is still learning how to stand. I know the quiet fear of being judged by people who never tried to understand. But I have seen enough of life to notice mercy is not weakness in disguise. It takes a stronger heart to face the damage and still look forward with open eyes. I keep the truth, but not the poison. Keep the lesson, not the chain. I was not built to live forever as a witness to my pain. Let the old self rest now. Let the new heart speak. There is strength in being honest. There is peace in being weak.
I do not need perfection
to become someone worth love.
I just need the courage
to keep rising from enough. I forgave the man I was, so the man I am could breathe. I let the old weight fall without losing what it taught to me. I forgave the man I was, not because the past was small, but our heart cannot grow wiser if it stays behind the wall. I forgave him, and I kept walking. I forgave him. I forgave him, and I kept walking. Peace knocks off. I still check the lock. That is how long
I had to live with pressure.
I had live with pressure. Peace came gentle, but I did not trust the sound. I kept looking over my shoulder like the sky might fall down. Had a smile in my pocket, but I barely let it show. When your life been heavy long enough, life can feel unknown. I knew how to handle struggle, knew how to stand in rain. But joy walked in the room and I did not know its name. Some hearts get used to bracing, used to waiting for the hit. So when something good starts growing, they get scared of losing it. I was scared to be happy, kept waiting for the fall. Had good days at my doorway, but I barely answered calls. I was scared to be happy, like peace was not for me. But pain does not own forever, and I still deserve to breathe. I had love around me, but my guard stayed high. Could not tell if calm was real or just another goodbye. I laughed with one eye open, held the moment like glass. Afraid if I felt too thankful, life would take it back fast. That is what old hurt can do, make a blessing feel unsafe. Make a man doubt every sunrise just because he knew the grave. But I am learning joy is not a weakness, and rest is not a trap. Not every quiet season comes to pull the floor back. I was scared to be happy, kept waiting for the fall. Had good days at my doorway, but I barely answered calls. I was scared to be happy, like peace was not for me. But pain does not own forever, and I still deserve to breathe. Yeah, some of us survived so long, we forgot how to receive. But healing is not only letting go of pain. Sometimes healing is letting good things stay. Now I let the rose play warmer, let the bass line move slow. Let the drums remind my body it is safe to let things go. I do not punish every blessing for what the past once did. I do not make my present suffer for the fear inside the kid. I can hold a quiet morning without searching for the storm. I can let a kind word touch me without thinking it is born from some hidden kind of danger, some lesson dressed in gold. I can be a grown man healing and still let my heart unfold. For the ones who fear the good days because bad days came too deep, may you learn that peace can love you without stealing what you keep. I was scared to be happy, kept waiting for the fall. Had good days at my doorway, but I barely answered calls. I was scared to be happy, like peace was not for me. But the pain does not own forever, and I still deserve to breathe. Peace knocks off. Peace knocks off. This time I let it in, I let it in. No fear, just breathe. Peace knock. Yeah. Rebuilding rarely sounds heroic. Rebuilding. Yeah. Rebuilding rare. Most of it happens under your breathing, when the world is moved along. No grand return, no shining moment, just a tired soul still choosing strong. Some days begin with quiet repairs, a little truth, a little grace. You put back parts nobody noticed, and stop explaining every place. There were times I wanted witness, wanted someone to understand. But healing does not always gather people, sometimes it only steadies one man. No speech, no claim, no need to prove the fall. I kept showing up, to showing up meant all. I rebuilt without a speech, let the work stay low. Some victories do not need a crowd for the heart to know. I rebuilt without a speech, piece by honest piece, not to make the world believe, just to live again in peace. Failure does not always break you loudly, sometimes it changes how you stand. It makes you check your own reflection with a more forgiving hand. I stopped chasing quick redemption, stopped rehearsing what I'd say, started trusting smaller progress that did not need to look brave. A grown man learns the quiet difference between shame and being wrong. One can teach you how to hide, one can teach you to belong. Keep going, even if nobody names it. Keep going, keep going, even if nothing shines. Now my life feels less like proving, more like keeping something true. Less about the eyes upon me, more about the things I do. There is dignity in private effort, there is mercy in repair, there is strength in starting over with no promise life is fair. If this reaches someone silent, putting back their inner ground, may they know a quiet comeback still deserves a sacred sound. I rebuilt without a speech, let the work stay low. Some victories do not need a crowd for the heart to know. I rebuilt without a speech, piece by honest piece, not to make the world believe, just to live again in peace. No speech, no speech, still standing. Rebuilding. Everybody, be gentle. Everybody, the brightest smile can hide a tired prayer, the calmest voice can carry weight. Some people learn to move with sorrow, so smooth it almost looks like grace. Comparison has a quiet poison, it makes your own life feel too small. You start believing other people never had to bleed at all. But every name has private weather, every heart has rooms unseen. Some are fighting silent battles behind the way they look at peace. Everybody carries something, some just carry it well. Some survive without announcing all the places where they fell. Everybody carries something hidden under how they move, so I judge a little slower, and I love with deeper truth. A man can look like he has answers, still be asking where to stand. A woman can sound full of laughter, still be holding both her hands. Success can cover up the trembling, beauty can cover up the bruise, pride can cover up the asking, and winning can still feel like losing too. So I stopped envying the surface, stopped worshiping the shine, started listening for the human underneath the perfect line. Everybody has a weight they do not explain. Everybody has a chapter they read alone. Be gentle before you think you know. Now I move with softer vision, less hunger to compare. Every soul I meet is carrying something I may never share. That does not make the pain less heavy, but it makes my anger slow. Makes me kinder with the stranger, makes me careful with the ones I know. If this reaches someone watching other lives and feeling lesser, may you know their hidden hurting does not make your journey blessed. You are not behind their story, you are not too late to grow. Everybody carries something, some just never let it show. Everybody carries something, some just carry it well. Some survive without announcing all the places where they fell. Everybody carries something hidden under how they move. So I judge a little slower, and I love with deeper truth. Be gentle, be gentle, be gentle before you think you know. Gentle, 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 gentle. Some pain never asked to be remembered, but the beat found it and gave it somewhere to go. Yeah. The scars learned to sing before I learned to speak. Had a lot inside my chest that would not let me sleep. I never called it music, I just called it getting through. One line for what I carried, one breath for what I knew. Some memories came heavy, some names came soft and slow. Some lessons took a lifetime just to teach me how to grow. I did not need to hide them, I did not need to bleed. I just let the truth sit close until it found a melody. The scars learned to sing, that is why the words feel true. Every line got something real that the years could not remove. The scars learned to sing, soft pain, heavy soul. What I could not say out loud found a rhythm of its own. I remember quiet faces that gave more than they had. Love did not always sound warm, but it still helped me when I was bad. I remember empty moments that made hunger feel grown. Had to learn a man could feel lost and still not lose his own. I saw people chase the glitter, saw the fast life take his feet. Saw a pocket full of something, still leave the spirit empty. So I stayed close to the feeling that no money could replace. A clean heart in hard weather, a little truth, a little grace. The scars learned to sing, that is why the words feel true. Every line got something real that the years could not remove. The scars learned to sing, soft pain, heavy soul. What I could not say out loud found a rhythm of its own. A scar is not just proof that something hurt you. Sometimes it is proof that something did not finish you. Now I do not rap for pity, I do not dress the hurt in gold. I just speak it like a witness with a careful kind of soul. Every wrong turn left a lesson, every silence left a tone. Every loss that tried to break me put more meaning in my bones. For the ones with heavy stories that they never fully tell. Made the music hold the pieces you were scared to know too well. You do not have to sound perfect, do not have to hide the weight. Sometimes truth comes out wounded and still arrives as something great. The scars learn to sing, that is why the words feel true. Every line got something real that the years could not remove. The scars learn to sing, soft pain, heavy soul. What I could not say out loud found a rhythm of its own. The scars stayed, but it changed its voice. It stopped sounding like damage and started sounding like truth. Weight does not always break a man. Sometimes it teaches him where to stand. Where to stand. The weight, the weight, the weight, the weight. Yeah. The weight made me wiser, not colder in my chest. I learned to move with patience when life would not let me rest. I carried quiet pressure that nobody could see. Had to smile through heavy moments just to keep some hope in me. Some days did not feel holy, some nights did not feel fair, but every burden had a lesson sitting somewhere in the air. I could've turned to anger, could've let my heart go blind, but pain kept asking better questions till it sharpened up my mind. The weight made me wiser, that is why I walk this slow. I do not rush what is real now, I let the deep things grow. The weight made me wiser, heavy truth, softer tone. What was meant to make me bitter taught my soul to stand alone. I remember family silence, love that did not speak too loud, hands that carry whole storms and still never asked the crowd. I remember being younger, trying hard to look grown, thinking strength was never needing anybody close to home. But time corrected that pride, showed me what the strong ones know. A heart can ask for shelter and still have roots below. So I stopped hiding every bruise, like the hiding made me tough. Some wounds only start healing when you admit you had enough. The weight made me wiser, that is why I walk this slow. I do not rush what is real now, I let the deep things grow. The weight made me wiser, heavy truth, softer tone. What was meant to make me bitter taught my soul to stand alone. There is wisdom you cannot borrow, there is peace you cannot fake. Some lessons only enter the heart after the heart is carried weight. Now I keep less noise around me, more meaning in my days. I can hear the truth clearer when the loud things fade away. I do not need the bright approval, I do not need control. Just enough love for my people and some quiet in my soul. Every loss became a teacher, every delay became a sign. Every closed hand showed me what was never truly mine. For the ones with tired shoulders, still trying not to fall. Do not shame the heavy season, it may be building something tall. Yeah, you are not weak for feeling, you are not late for moving slow. Some wisdom comes from carrying what the world will never know. The weight made me wiser, that is why I
stay long enough to teach me. But then peace came quiet and found me ready.
One wounded me. Ended with me. Ended with me. Some inheritances never touch the hand. They live inside the way we speak. A sharp reply, a guarded silence, a heart that learned to hide when weak. A child can study every tension, every room that lost its air, then grow into a man still carrying things no one meant to leave him there. But blood does not decide the ending, and pain does not deserve a throne. What entered me through older sorrow did not have to find a home. I didn't pass it on. That was how I broke the chain. Not with perfect words, not by hiding from the pain. I didn't pass it on. Let the old fire lose its name. What wounded me found mercy when I chose another way. There were days my temper sounded like a voice I knew too well. There were moments I felt history rising from a private hell. But I stopped before the damage, let the breath return to me. Asked my pride to step back slowly, asked my heart what love should be. No one taught me every softness, some I had to build alone. Piece by piece I changed the language that my younger self had known. Breaking a cycle does not always look heroic. Sometimes it is one sentence you do not repeat. One wound, you do not hand forward. Now I hold the past with honesty, but I do not let it drive. I can name the hurt that shaped me without keeping it alive. If I raise my voice, I lower it. If I close, I learn to speak. If I feel the old road calling, I choose the road that makes me clean. For the ones who came from heavy, may your story not stay bound. You can be the place where sorrow finally lays its weapons down. I didn't pass it on. That was how I broke the chain. Not with perfect words, not by hiding from the pain. I didn't pass it on. Let the old fire lose its name. What wounded me found mercy when I chose another way. What wounded me ended with me. Ended with me. Ended with me. Ended with me. Mama made peace out of pressure, made a hard day feel less cold. Had a way of hiding worry, so the children could feel whole. She did not speak in grand speeches, did not need the world to see. But every quiet prayer she carried put a little strength in me. There were nights the walls felt thinner, and the future felt too far. Still she kept a small light burning, like hope could learn where we are. I did not know it then, but love was working. Not loud, not dressed in pride, just a tired heart still giving what the hard years could not hide.
When mama kept alive,
still breathes inside my name.
when the world got cold around us,
she kept warmth inside the flame.
what mama kept alive
Was more than getting through. She gave me
faith with tired hands,
and made the old pain useful. I saw strength before I knew it. Saw it standing half asleep. Saw it stretch a little mercy over things we could not keep. She taught me love is not always easy. Sometimes love is staying near. Sometimes love is making silence so the child won't taste the fear. Old streets tried to teach me hardness. Fast voices tried to lead, but a prayer stayed in my spirit like a warning I still need. Keep your heart away from poison. Do not let the cold decide. You can walk through heavy weather and still keep God inside. I thought she was just surviving. Now I know she was building something in me, a kind of faith the world could not repossess. Now I move with more forgiveness, more respect for quiet pain, more love for every tired parent who still gives through the strain. I do not make the struggle pretty. I do not call the hunger blessed, but I honor every woman who gave peace while needing rest. If this reaches someone older, finally seeing what love costs, may you know those silent prayers were not small and were not lost. Some gifts do not shine early. Some roots take years to show. What mama kept alive in me became the man I know.
when mama kept alive,
Still breathes inside my name.
when the world got cold around us,
She kept warmth inside the flame.
what mama kept alive
Was more than getting through. She gave me
faith with tired hands,
and made the old pain useful. She gave me
faith with tired hands,
and I still carry it. No apology came, but my heart still found release. Some truth arrives alone and still becomes peace. No apology came. No apology came. No apology came. Yeah. No apology came when the damage settled. No careful words to make it right. Just a quiet space where my anger faded, and the softer part of me chose light. Some people leave the wound unnamed, like silence makes the story small. But healing does not need permission from the ones who caused the fall. I carry questions till they lost their power, held old hurt until it lost its shape. Then one day peace stood near my spirit, not as justice, but as grace.
peace without an apology.
That is where I found my breath. No perfect.
No perfect ending came to save me.
Still my soul stepped out of death. No perfect ending.
Peace without an apology.
No witness,
No return.
some fire stopped controlling you. when you let them
finish burning.
A younger heart might wait for answers, might rehearse the words it should receive, but years can teach a heart of mercy. Not every truth comes back to speak. The ones who hurt you may keep walking, never knowing what they change. That does not mean your life stays broken. That does not mean you stay the same. There is freedom in no longer needing every wrong to understand your pain. You can leave the weight behind you without calling lost by another name. Closure's not always given.
Sometimes it is built
by the hands that stop shaking.
Sometimes it is the day
your heart no longer asks. So I bless the strength that came in silence. Bless the calm I had to earn. Bless the part of me still open after all I had to learn. No revenge could make me lighter. No cold pride could make me whole. I chose a peace that did not flatter, but it gave me back my soul. If someone hears this carrying sorrow, waiting on words that may not come, may they know their healing matters, even if they heal alone. Peace without an apology, that is where I found my breath. No perfect ending. No perfect ending came to save me. Still my soul stepped out of debt. Peace without an apology. No witness, no return. Some fire stop controlling you when you let them
finish burning.
No apology came.
No
apology came.
Still I became free.
No apology came. Still I became free. Yeah. Nobody told me. Nobody told me.
Winning could get quiet.
Nobody told me.
The room could fill up and still feel empty.
And still feel empty. Winning felt lonely. I was not ready for that. Thought the top would feel warmer. When I finally made it back, thought the weight would get lighter when the dream touched my hand. But some goals come with silence, only grown hearts understand. I had people for the struggle, had voices in the rain. But when the sun came out, some love did not stay the same. Some smiled at the outcome, some missed the man inside. Yeah. Some wanted the new version, but never asked what had died. Winning felt lonely, but I still kept my soul. I got what I was chasing, then had to learn control. Winning felt lonely, but it taught me what was real. Some rooms can't clap around you and still not know how you feel. I am grateful for the blessings. I do not speak on them small, but success can echo different when you remember every fall. I still hear the old hunger in the quiet of my chest. Still see the tired faces that help me give my best. Some people never made it
to the chapter where I stand. So I carry them in rhythm, not as ghosts, but as hands. Hands that push me forward, hands that taught me how to rise, hands that never saw the view, but still live behind my eyes. We felt lonely, but I still kept my soul. I got what I was chasing, then had to learn control. When it felt lonely, but it taught me what was real. Some rooms can clap around you and still not know how you feel.
When it's
not always loud,
sometimes it is quiet.
sometimes it is quiet.
Sometimes it is sitting there
With everything you prayed for,
and realizing
you still have healing to do.
now I do not chase the spotlight. I just search for honest peace. A table with fewer people can still feel like a feast. I do not need the whole room, I need the real ones near. The ones who know my silence and still choose to hear. For the ones who made it somewhere
And still feel something gone.
do not shame the lonely feeling.
You were human all along. You can win and still be healing. You can rise and still feel low. Sometimes reaching what you want, it shows you what you need to grow. Lonely, but I still kept my soul. I got what I was chasing, then had to learn control. Lonely, but it taught me what was real. Some rooms can clap around you and still not know how you feel.
When it felt lonely, when it felt lonely,
But it made me honest. Not every crown is comfort. Not every quiet means you lost.
Survival kept me alive, but it was never meant to be my whole life. Survival kept me alive, but it was never meant to be my whole life. Yeah, I outgrew survival, but I thank it for the years. It taught me how to stand up when the room was full of fear. It taught me how to listen when the air did not feel safe. Taught me how to keep my spirit in a world that pushed its weight. But staying ready for a storm can make the sunlight feel strange. You can get so used to pressure that peace can feel like change. I knew how to take the hit, knew how to hide the bruise. But I had to learn that living means you get to choose. I outgrew survival, stop calling damage home. Learn to make and keep his wisdom without living made of stone. I outgrew survival, not because the past was small, but because the life ahead of me deserved more than just a wall. Yeah, There were days I moved on instinct, heart guarded, eyes awake, could not tell the difference between a blessing and a break. I kept my voice low, kept my circle even lower. Told myself that being distant made me stronger, made me older. But cold is not protection when it locks the good outside. And pride can look like armor while it eats you up inside. So I let the old guard rest, let the first breath come through. Started asking what my heart needs, not just what it had to do. Outgrew survival. Stop calling damage home. Learned a man can keep his wisdom without living made of stone. Outgrew survival. Not because the past was small, but because the life ahead of me deserved more than just a wall. Survival is sacred, but survival
It's not the finish line.
is not the finish line.
You can honor what kept you alive.
What kept you alive without letting it decide.
How softly
You are allowed to live, yeah. Now I walk with open hands, not careless, just more free. I can still read the room without losing sight of me. I can love without surrender, I can trust without being blind. I can carry old lessons without living stuck in time. For the ones who only know how to brace and push through pain, may you find a softer morning that does not ask you to explain. You were strong when you had to be, but strength can change its style. Sometimes healing is admitting you have been saved for a while. I outgrew survival. Stop calling damage home. Learn a man can't keep his wisdom without living made of stone. I outgrew survival. Not because the past was small, but because the life ahead of me deserved more than just a wall. Survival kept me alive. Now I am learning how to live. Survival kept me alive. Before they clap, there were hands that held me up in silence. That is the part I remember first.
Before the applause,
There was quiet in the room,
there were people sharing little.
like the little could still bloom,
There were tired eyes smiling.
just to keep the hope alive.
Love did not look expensive.
But it taught me how to rise.
Before they knew my name,
I was learning how to stand,
counting dreams with empty pockets.
holding faith with open hands
I had voices in my spirit.
that would not let me quit.
They not let me quit. They did not call it greatness.
They just called it making it.
Before the applause, I knew who kept me warm, who stayed before the shining, who held me through the storm. Before the applause, before the louder days, I learned that real love does not wait for a stage.
Yeah, I do not chase the clapping. I remember what it cost. Every win sounds different when you still respect the loss.
Some people love the outcome.
Some people love the climb.
Some only see the moment.
Some gave you borrowed time. I remember every table where the meal was stretched thin. Every quiet sacrifice that put strength under my skin. That is why I
move with purpose, why my voice still carries home. Even when the room gets crowded, I do not walk alone. Before the applause, I knew who kept me warm, who stayed before the shining, who held me through the storm. Before the applause, before the louder days, I learned that real love does not wait for a stage.
Applause can be loud, but loyalty is usually quiet.
And quiet love
Has saved me more times than noise ever could. Now I keep my circle honest, not because my heart turned cold. I just know the worth of people who were real before the gold. I still carry all their kindness in the rhythm when I speak. Every hand that helped me stand lives inside the drum and beat. For the ones who feel forgotten while they help somebody grow. Your love is not invisible, the soul remembers what you sow. A stage can make you notice, but it cannot make you whole. I would rather keep one true heart than a crowd around my soul.
So when they say I made it, I do not just hear my name. I hear every quiet person who believed before the fame. Before the applause, I knew who kept me warm, who stayed before the shining, who held me through the storm. Before the applause, before the louder days, I learned that real love does not wait for a stage. Before the applause, before the applause,
Before the applause, it was love, and that love
still sounds louder to me.
Baby, don't know. Some lives stand beside your own like warnings, close enough to make you check your soul. One small turn, one bitter answer, and your heart can lose control. There were versions wearing my expression, moving colder through the years. Same old face but less forgiving, same old voice but built from fear. Anger offered me a language, pride offered me a throne. Pain said keep your spirit guarded, never let the real one show. But something quiet kept resisting, something deeper would not run. And I thank the grace that held me from the man I didn't become. I thank the man I didn't become, the colder road I did not choose, the bitter name I never answered, the softer heart I did not lose. I thank the man I didn't become. He was close but not enough. Life tried hard to make me empty, still I kept a little love. There were days revenge looked easy, like a debt the world should pay. But paying pain with colder action only gives your peace away. There were smiles that felt dishonest, rooms where truth could not sit down. I could have traded who I carried just to wear a louder crown. But a clean soul has its hunger, and it does not feed on show. It would rather walk with less than win by letting mercy go. So I lost some easy chances, lost some names that felt like game. But I kept the kind of silence that does not turn into shame. A man is shaped by what he refuses to. Not every victory is something held. Some victories are the selves you never became. For the ones who almost hardened, almost let the hurt decide, may you know there is still honor in the mercy left inside. You are not weak for staying human, not a fool for choosing care. Some hearts survive the fire by not becoming what burned them there. Let the years record it gently. You were tested, you were warm, but the worst of what could claim you never got to call you home. If my name means anything later, let it not be shine or song. Let it mean I kept my spirit from the man I didn't become. I thank the man I didn't become, answer. The softer heart I did not lose. I thank the man I didn't become. He was close, but not enough. Life tried hard to make me empty. Still I kept a little love. Some victories are the selves you never became. Some men need a crown to feel taller. I just needed the truth to let me sleep. No crown, just truth. Yeah. No crown. Yeah. No crown, just truth. That is how I learned to stand. Not above another soul, just honest as a man. I have seen the flowers rise with empty in their tone. Seen a name look expensive while the heart felt overdrawn. I never needed all that shine. If it asked me what to sell, some victories look like heaven, but they charge a man like hell. So I kept my voice grounded, kept my spirit in my chest. If respect does not come clean, then I do not call it blessed. No crown, just truth. No throne, just a name. I would rather walk in peace than be rich inside a chain. No crown, just truth. No mask on my soul. If I cannot keep my honor, then I never had control. I remember being younger, thinking power had a sound, thinking everybody noticed when a man was coming out. Then the years got quiet and corrected what I knew. Real strength does not announce itself, it just stays when pressure moves. I saw people bend their values for a seat beside the light. Saw them smile for the picture, then go missing from their life. That was never what I wanted, not the way my people pray. I was raised to keep my word even when no prophet stayed. No crown, just truth. Just truth. No throne, just a name. I would rather walk in peace than be rich inside a chain. No crown, just truth. Just truth. No mask on my soul. If I cannot keep my honor, then I never had control. A crown can sit on a tired head. A throne can hold a lonely man. But truth lets you look at your own reflection without turning away. Now I move without pretending, less hunger for display. I let silence count my blessings in a more honest way. I got people I remember, got a promise I still keep. Got lessons in my breathing that the money could not teach. I do not stand above the struggle, I stand because it passed. Because every heavy season put some wisdom in my path. For the ones still chasing symbols, trying hard to feel complete. Do not lose your real voice just to sit in someone's seat. You can build a life with meaning without making your heart cold. A clean name in quiet weather is worth more than borrowed gold. No crown, just truth. Just truth. No throne, just a name. I would rather walk in peace than be rich inside a chain. No crown, just truth. Just truth. No mask on my soul. If I cannot keep my honor, then I never had control. No crown, no crown, no throne. Just truth, and a name.